What's up, everyone? Just wanted to do a little video here. I've seen probably three influencers, let's say, on social media recently touting the 5.56 as the gun that you want to have for all around use. The gun that's good for self-defense, the gun that's good for, or the round rather, that's good for hunting. It's the be-all, end-all, do-all. And let me tell you why that's inherently wrong and ignorant. No offense to the tactical crowd or the tactical guys. I'm a tactical guy as well. But when it comes to tactical and hunting, we got to draw a line, not put out bad information. All right. The 5.56, is it a good round? Absolutely. America's been going to war with it since Vietnam. Is it a viable option? It can be. Should it be? No. Now, I know that there is a lot of guys out there who are going to say, hey, Bo, man, I just shoot pigs in the head with a 17 HMR, Bo. I shoot them right in the head with a 223, man. It's all about the shot placement. It's all about, I ain't never had an animal walk away with my 223. Well, there's two types of people, right? The two types of people, right? One, the people who have had animals walk away or they couldn't find them with a 223 because it's leaving a pinhole. And then there's the people who are going to have that happen, period, right? The 223 is not an effective round for hunting. Can it be used for hunting? Absolutely, right? Is there ammo, right, that works well? Yes, there is. There absolutely is, right? But it's not the round that some of these guys make it out to be, all right? There are so many better options out there. If I was looking for a gun that can do it all, right, for a round that can do it all, right, what would that round be? There are so many better options than the 5.56, right? The 6mm ARC. That, for me, is a round that I can hunt with. I know that I can shoot deer, hogs, coyotes, and everything in between. Maybe not an elk, maybe not a some of those really big animals, right? But I know that the common animals here in eastern North Carolina, a lot of common animals that we can find if we need to survive in North America, I can take down an ARC. I can do CQB with an ARC. I can shoot long distance with an ARC, right? 6.5 Grendel, another great one. 6.8 SPC, pretty good one, right? You could go with the 308 if you wanted a heavier platform. But if we're looking at the AR-15 platform of weapons, I think the ARC is the way to go, or the Grendel, right? Or the 6.8 SPC. Those are way better options than the 5.56, period. Right now, we can argue, well, it's not, some of those rounds aren't common rounds. If the world goes to hell in a handbag, right, there's just not going to be piles of ARC sitting around or Grendel. Well, you're right on that. There's not. There will be piles of 5.56, right? And then I would go to the 7.62 by 39. I have 4 rental guns that I rent to clients that are 7.62 by 39 and AR-15 platform. I don't like AKs. Are they reliable? Absolutely. I've just been shot at by them a bunch, and therefore I do not own them. I do not like them, right? But I would go with the 7.62 by 39 over the 5.56 if you were going to say, what is a reliable hunting caliber, right? I would even go with that. Now, when it comes to some of the other, right, if I had to go in the defense mode or go on the offensive against a two-legged critter, right, then I want to reach out and touch something, right? But for hunting, for close-in stuff, right, the 7.62 by 39 is a great great caliber option. It leaves, I mean, I've shot probably 10 deer with 7.62 by 39 AR pistol, and at least as many, if not more, hogs. And like I said, I have client guns that I use, um, right, to shoot hogs. It works. It's effective. Some people are going to say, "What about your 300 blackout?" Yeah, okay. I shot a lot of critters with the blackout too. It's an effective round, but it doesn't, if the worst case scenario came, there's not going to be stockpiles of 300 blackouts sitting around either, but there will be 7.62 by 39, right? And then there's back to the 5.56, right? The 5.56 just isn't a viable option, right? And then we can say shot placement. Well, a lot of these tactical guys, right, are guys that I don't know necessarily understand shot placement, right? When some of these guys you see, we deployed, we were shooting green tip where we had to stitch dudes up 5, 6, 10 times sometimes with a round that zips right through a human being, right? Some of the new rounds, right? The M855 A1 round, great round, right? Is there great rounds for 5.56? Yes, but and a majority of rounds on the market, and in the worst case scenario, what is all sitting around? What do people have in their garage? Green tip. Is that viable for hunting? Absolutely and emphatically not, right? Ammo selection, shot placement, right? You think about Colonel Cooper, Jeff Cooper, who started Gunsight out there in Arizona, right? His scout rifle concept. I buy into that to a degree. I think that he was a pioneer in the industry, right? His thing had to be bolt action, common caliber, have a scout scope on it, which back in the day was basically a pistol scope. These days that'd be an LPVO. I think that we can modify his concepts and make them effective and available, in today's day and age. So if you wanted to go with a bolt gun, I mean, that's fine. That's fine, right? It needs to be short in manner, right? Could you use it for home defense? Yeah, right. Did you go with a 308 in the AR platform or shorter, 18-inch or so bolt gun and use it for all those principles? Absolutely. It just gets heavy, right? And the 308's a great round. It's just going to get heavy, right? So when we're talking about, moral of the story here is that when we're transferring knowledge from the tactical side of the house, right, to the hunting side of the house, let's be careful what we're talking about. Let's be careful about what we're advocating. All right, because I've seen thousands of deer and hogs killed at this point in my guiding career, right? I've seen the two-legged critter shot. I've seen the four-legged critter shot. What I can tell you with 100% certainty is that people shooting 2.23, 5.56, right, will lose more animals than they find. That's a fact. And the person who says, I've never lost one, their time's coming. It's going to happen. All right? So let's be careful about how we're advocating these things, right? Because certain people out there just don't know. Well, now I'm here to tell you, I'm here to give you more options, right? Don't waste your money. If you have a 5.56, cool. I've got a couple of them, right? If worst case scenario comes, I'm ready to rock and roll, right? However, I have all the other calibers I stated as well, right? And if I need to provide meat for my family, I can do so. If I need to get a little bit longer range, I can do so, right? Effectively, all right? Ethically. That's the other thing too here. 5.56 is not an ethical big game hunting round. It's just not. I don't like animals to suffer. I like them to DRT. Dead right there. That's what I'm about, is DRT. And, certain people just don't, they're not about that life. They don't think about that, right? So ethical, clean kills. That's what we're striving for. And 5.56 doesn't do that 100% of the time, every time. All right. Just some things to think about. Me to you. Have a great Tuesday. Talk soon.